This is Sally. She's an artist with a dream, and her craft is her everything. For years, she's poured her heart and soul into creating vibrant, one-of-a-kind paintings. Through dedication, she's built something precious, not just her artwork, but a growing business to match. On her trusty Windows computer, Sally keeps her most valuable assets, high-resolution images of her original art, along with personal information that's key to her business and life. Among these files, there's something more sensitive: her Bank of America username and password, her Instagram login, and other personal credentials. Sally isn't paranoid, but she's careful. She knows that if someone ever gained access to her computer, whether a hacker, a nosy roommate, or a lost laptop, those files would be exposed. So she decides to hide them. She will zip everything into a folder and bury that zip file inside an innocent-looking picture of a panda. Her thinking is simple: if they can't see it, they'll never find it. And in this case, Sally might just be right. In fact, someone is looking at her files. His name is Kim. He's an ethical hacker, a penetration tester hired to find weaknesses before the real criminals do. Today, Kim has gained access to Sally's Windows computer. He will browse through her files, looking for something valuable. But before we see what Kim finds, or doesn't find, let's first see exactly how Sally hid her files. All the files Sally wants to protect are located in her Documents folder. There are exactly 11 files in this folder. 10 of them are the files she wants to protect. And then there's the 11th file, a simple image of a panda. This image will serve as the disguise, the cover that will hide everything else. The first step to hide those 10 files is to zip them together. Sally selects all the files she wants to protect. Then, she right-clicks. A context menu appears. She hovers over Send To, and there it is, Compressed Folder. This is the option she needs. She clicks it. And voila! A new zip file appears, containing copies of all 10 original files. If she double-clicks this zip file, she can confirm that everything is safely inside. Now that the files are safely zipped, Sally can delete the original 10. Since the zip process created a copy, the original files are no longer needed. She selects all 10 and hits delete. Now there are only 2 files left in her Documents folder: the zip file she just created, called secrets.zip, and the panda image that will hide it. Now comes the crucial step: hiding the zip inside the image. To do this, Sally opens a command prompt. First, she needs to navigate to her Documents folder. Now she wants to confirm her 2 files are present. She uses the dir command, and there they are: panda.jpg and secrets.zip. Everything is ready. Now, to perform the hiding, Sally types the following command: copy/b, panda.jpg, plus secrets.zip, vacation.jpg. Let's break this down. Copy is the command to copy files. /b tells the system to treat these files as raw binary data, to copy them exactly as they are, byte for byte. Then she lists the files she wants to combine. First the cover image, panda.jpg, then the plus sign, then the zip file, secrets.zip. Finally, she gives the new combined file a name, vacation.jpg. This command says, take the binary data of the panda image, append the binary data of the zip file directly onto it, and save the result as a new file called vacation.jpg. Sally presses enter, and boom, a new file appears, vacation.jpg. This file is both an image and an archive. When opened, it displays the panda perfectly. The zip file is now invisible, tucked away at the end of the image data, invisible to the naked eye and to most casual inspections. Sally double-clicks vacation.jpg. It opens like any other picture, a beautiful panda. She smiles, satisfied that her secrets are now hidden in plain sight. She can even delete the original panda.jpg and secrets.zip, leaving only vacation.jpg behind, a single image that holds everything. But how does Sally actually access her hidden files? The image viewer only shows the picture. To uncover her secrets, she needs to approach it with an archival tool like 7-zip. Let's see how she does it. Sally opens 7-zip file manager. She navigates to her documents folder where vacation.jpg is waiting. Now, instead of double-clicking it with an image viewer, she double-clicks it directly inside 7-zip. And voila, her hidden files are now visible. There they are, all 10 original files, perfectly preserved inside what appeared to be a simple picture. From the outside, vacation.jpg is just a panda, but inside 7-zip, it's a fully functional archive. But will this trick fool someone like Kim? Let's find out. But before we look at Kim, let's break down the technique Sally just used. To understand this trick, we need to understand how files are structured. A file like a JPEG isn't just a blob of data. It has a specific structure starting with a header. This header tells the computer, hey, I'm an image, open me with your photo viewer. A zip file also has its own header. When Sally used the command copy/b, she told the computer to perform a binary copy. She took the raw binary data of panda.jpg and appended the raw binary data of her zip folder, secret.zip, right onto the end of it. The result is a single file. When any image viewer opens vacation.jpg, it reads the JPEG header, sees the image data, and stops at the end of the image data. But a file archiver works differently. When you open vacation.jpg with 7-zip or WinRAR, it doesn't care about the JPEG header. It scans the entire file from beginning to end, looking for the telltale signature of an archive. When it finds the zip header hidden deep within the data, it says, aha, there's an archive in here, and allows you to access the contents. Now, let's step into Kim's shoes. He already has access to Sally's system through MeterPreter. If you are not sure how he got in, check the video linked above. Kim moves into Sally's documents folder and lists the files. He sees vacation.jpg. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary. Just a harmless picture, nothing suspicious, nothing worth investigating. And that is exactly why Kim is fooled. Because the file passed the initial visual tests, Kim dismisses it as irrelevant. His tools are designed to find vulnerabilities, not to uncover cleverly hidden non-malicious data. He moves on, leaving the secret vault untouched. So, Sally wasn't hacked. Not because her method was perfect, but because the attacker was focused elsewhere. This technique is called steganography, the practice of hiding a file, message, or piece of data inside another file. It's like a digital magic trick. And that's it for today. Kim moved on, hunting for SQL injections or network vulnerabilities. Sally's secret remained safe, not because the method was unbreakable, but because the art of hiding is often the best defense. The attacker can't steal what they can't find. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to learn more about how hackers and defenders think, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, stay curious and hide your secrets wisely. Bye-bye!